Graduates and guests, may we have your attention, please? Convocation is about to begin. If you have a mobile device or pager with you, please turn it off or silence it during the ceremony. Thank you for your attention and congratulations. If able, please rise.
We wish to acknowledge this land in which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We're also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who graduate today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their families and friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuits of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the convocation ceremony on the many years of efforts, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium universitatis Torontonatis vocatisumus. Graduates, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissime cancellariae, presentu tibi hosce scholares, ut admentator ad grados varios, testorque eos quad omniaque statutat requerunt aptos et idoneos esse.
Ad perfectum hues provinciae huesque maginae patriae, et ad perfectum omnium notionum omnibus internis canentarum ego, ex autoritate mihi et toti universitate commissa, admitto vos ad gratos varios, quorum ur vobis do, et pote quoque ut omnia conficiatis munera quae ad illos gratus pertinent.
Please be seated. My name is Erica Walker, and it is my great privilege to serve the University of Toronto as Dean of the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting our Chancellor, Wes Hall, in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. Among those is our use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those in attendance who, like me, are less than fluent in Latin, a translation may be helpful. For my part, I said, "Most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars that they may be admitted to the various degrees, and I bear witness that as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable." Much more significantly, from the standpoint of the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, "To the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant to you the rights, and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all those things which pertain to those degrees." And so, as my first order of business, I am delighted to salute you, the graduating classes of 2025 from the School of Graduate Studies and the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. That's it, you're done. Warmest congratulations. I would also like to bid a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in historic Convocation Hall. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognizing your hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this milestone. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an exceptional family of University of Toronto alumni. U of T has a global community of over 700,000 alumni in 196 countries. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. U of T alumni serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and in every walk of life. They are prime ministers, justices, educators, scholars, authors, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavors have shaped the world we live in and the way we understand that world. We have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and very talented faculty and staff members. But we also understand that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So, to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were a student. And thank you for what you will do as members of Canada's largest, and I believe, most distinguished alumni community. Just one more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure all graduates share a sense of gratitude to the friends and family members who have helped bring them to this special day. And I would ask you to join me and the platform party in thanking them with a vigorous round of applause. Let me continue with a request. One of the distinguishing features of our convocation is that graduates come forward individually to be recognized. You will then leave the stage using the ramp, exit out the door and around the hall. At that point, you will turn left and quietly re-enter the hall as your peers continue to be recognized. I encourage you to think of the very last person to be on stage. I believe it will be Zhongyan Zhao. There you are. Could you please stand up? All right. So everyone, remember your classmate and return to your seat. Thank you for your understanding and assistance, and once more, warmest congratulations. It is now my privilege to introduce today's convocation speaker, David Kim. David Kim serves as the warden of Hart House and teaches graduate courses in the Department of Leadership, Higher and Adult Education at OISE, where he also coordinates the student internship program. An alumnus of U of T and a proud first-generation university graduate, Kim is a dedicated mentor and advocate for access, equity, and outreach within the university community. His distinguished contributions to student life and higher education have been recognized with several honors, including the Chancellor's Award and the NASPA International Education Award. Please welcome David Kim to the podium.
Okay. Just setting up the timer to make sure I don't go over. Thank you to Dean Erica Walker and to my colleagues for inviting me to speak today. What an honor and congratulations. Now, this is a stage that I thought I wouldn't make it to when I first came to U of T almost 30 years ago as a first-year student. So it's a huge honor to be here with the graduating class from OISE this afternoon. When I came into the role as warden at Hart House 2 years ago, I was interviewed as part of an introductory video that was being created. I asked the question, do you want me to introduce myself as the warden or as me, Dave Kim? I had never been interviewed in this way before, and I wasn't sure how authentic can I actually be. The person interviewing me said, "We want you to be yourself." And so I started with a cartwheel. You can find that online. So today, I say that because I'm here to speak to you as myself, the son of an immigrant family whose family came to Canada over 50 years ago and had 6 kids. And yes, if you're wondering, my last name is Kim, and we had a convenience store. Going back to the early 90s, my parents had moved to the United States. This was due to a tough economy in Canada. So it was us kids. We were age 10, 11, I was 13, 15, 19, and 25. We were taking care of things on the home front. Obviously, not an easy decision by any means, but sometimes you just have to do what needs to be done. Over that time, we would visit our parents maybe once a year by taking a long bus journey through the belly of the US to Texas, where they were based in San Antonio. And this we saw as our second home. We had a convenience store that was open 364 days a year. And because of this, my father was never able to attend any of my graduations or any other major milestone of my life, my wedding, the birth of my children. But I always knew he was there cheering me on, and I'll share more about that. Now, if you know, you know. This is part of the hustle. Or as I like to think of it, as the marathon of life. Now, I use this word marathon because I feel that there are so many characteristics, the twists, the turns, the pain, the late night hours at Robarts perhaps, the grit that resonate. And for me, it looked like a few things. I had always been juggling multiple jobs to pay my way through school. During my undergrad, I spent a year sleeping on my sister's couch while trying to make ends meet. It honestly got so difficult that at one point I was giving blood every week to make an extra $15 to pay for food. And in that time, I lost people. In my first year, I lost a good friend, and soon thereafter, my father. Now, when you're juggling all these things, these unexpected tragedies, understandably, you're focused on staying afloat, on survival. And you might lose sense of direction. And for anyone who's run a marathon or anything of a similar feat, let's say, But sticking to that analogy, it's like when you hit that 30-kilometer point and you hit the wall. At the same time, when we're in it, we can lose sight of all the wonderful things along the way. Now, again, back to that analogy of the marathon, why I like to use it, we're so focused on the proverbial finish line that we aren't appreciating the individuals cheering us on, passing us a cup of water, giving high fives. I was just saying I was at an event yesterday. I did my very first triathlon, very difficult, and I made sure to give a high five to some of the kids there with their posters, but also taking in the view. Well, I have a pretty amazing view right now, and I invite you to do the same and to look around at those of us here who are here to celebrate you. Now, between then and now, I managed to get to this very stage about 25 years ago for my first graduation and to continue my education later on. I moved to Korea about 20 years ago in search of more understanding and connection to my family history, and lived there for several years with my partner. And then 15 years ago, a number that kept me going when I made that $15 a week giving blood, well, it was at that time that I got my acceptance letter into the PhD program at OISE. So a big thank you to Professor Catherine Jensen, now retired, who encouraged me to apply. And it was at that point when my partner and I found out we'd be having our first child, who's here with us this afternoon. Now, of course, as I'm looking at them, I have to do a shout out to both of my girls who are here to support me. So thank you both. Oh, look at that. Now, I share this because for anyone who asks what I do, I describe myself as an educator. And it doesn't matter what title I have, what credentials follow my name. It's about the impact I hope to make. And as educators, we know we need to have an extra thick skin because we know to do this work, it means leading with conviction, compassion, and care. At this time in particular, our role as educators is so critical and the impact we have in shaping individuals and future leaders in our society. And as you look forward to your next steps and try to peer around the bend at the next turn, I invite you to look up, take in the view, and ask yourself, what's my story? What impact do I want to make? As this will guide you to that finish line. Now, on a closing note, I also want to remind you to thank your loved ones and to keep doing that. Although my father never made it to any of my graduations, I'm proud to know that I've been able to honor him by dedicating a paver to him and my mother, which is just outside Con Hall. In fact, right before walking in, we made sure to go pay a visit and take a photo together. You made it to this finish line, and you should be proud of yourselves. And don't forget about your cheer squad. We're here to cheer for you and to celebrate you. They are here to cheer for you and to celebrate you. You did it. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Flessa. I'm a professor in Ed Leadership and Policy at OISE and Associate Dean of Programs. Please bear with us a moment while our graduating students approach the stage, and we thank you for your patience. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Fatima Ameli. Leslie M. Brown Tumange. John Preston Castillo. David Collict. Stacy Costa. Deanna Del Vecchio. Emily Olga Rosa Dobrich. Emma Gone. Rachel Gilmore. Elaine Ann Hardacre. Robert Zhou Sheng Huang. Virginia Canyogonya. Frida Bukhari Khan. Michael Nathan Kozlowski. Chelsea Patricia Legere. Cynthia Laura Nadine Lubinsky. Punita Lum. Maga Maggie. Sarah Joan McLean. Katie McGartland. Karen McLean. Marie Monica McLeod. Nivatha Muthathambi. Stephanie Morris. Monica Munareto. Nadia Karima Richards. Christina Salciccioli. Troy Shepard. Dina Soliman. Joanne Helen Spicer. Priya Surajbali. Anastasia M. Turnbull. Mercedes del Carmen Humana Garcia. Umar Pantaleon Umangue. Osholone Oshobuji Opioma. Lindsay Valve. Maria Van Vallis. Caitlin Victoria Ward. Nicole Welch Mitchell. Christina Cora Alagranza. Candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Doctor of Education. Hi. Carol Bisnath. Maurice Carls. Angela Deanne Cole. Janae Eccles. Courtney Ann Haskins. Molly Johnston. Lauren McPhee. Kimanzi Muthengi. Irit Prince. Alina Raza. Elizabeth Tirovolas. Gregory Tirosvotis. Elise Catherine Watkins. Lee Ann Ewan. Yusur Al-Salman. Candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Arts. Jayagoje Anandaraja. Naomi Michelle Bender. Katerina Marie Blair. Stephanie Brooke Marie Chartrand. Douglas Matos Falcao. Sonia Ho. Nazrin Islam. Yao Sheng. Farah Abdi. Candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Education. Andrea Aguiar. Abdullah Hassan. Tala Aladab. Lubna Al-Ataya. Duazam Al-Bao. Kimia Alipur. Shifa Nadim Alwan. Sen An. Jung Xiang Ao. Akila Padmini Christine Apodurai. Joyce Atta Peters. Catherine Suzanne Atwell. Sunai Pak. Jong Eun Bai. Caitlin Taylor Bagnato. Katie Bai. Usha Bashar. Prabhjot Kaur Bamra. Arshdeep Kaur Bandal. Doreen Bonsu. Shannon Marie Bowerman. Zanina Breju. Sheila Bruce. Xingchen Chao. Sao. Good one. Yang Cao. Yenny Cao. Justin Carter. Leanne Grace Chaco. Jimmy Wei Ming Chan. Rachel Marina Chen. Wing Ying Chan. Ann Lee Chen. Chun Chi Chen. Guangqing Chen. Meining Chen. Pengjuan Chen. Xiaoman Chen. Shi Lu Chen. Si Chen. Si Yi Chen. Tianli Chen. Wei Jie Chen. Shi Chen. Xiaomeng Chen. Yue Chen. Yue Chen. Yutung Chen. Zhe Juan Chen. Zixing Chen. Janine Yu Jian. Richard Matthew Chin. Helen Siuan Choi. Xiong-hee Susie Choi. Mandy Ming Jung Chung. Melissa Lynn Clancy. Nikisha Nicola Clark. Juliana Mary Corbett. Nora Cottrell. Willow Maria Cotu. Sorry. Chuyo Kui. Sui. Xingyu Sui. Xianggui Sui. Xiaotong Dai. Ijeoma Patricia Datubo Brown. Yashing Dong. Ziyu Diao. Sarah Teresa Diaz. Lisa Sabrina Dickinson. Blessing Timidi Dija. David Frederick De Lorenzo. Siji Ding. Sophia Ann De Prospero. Halise Dusky. Paul Douglas II. Li Jian Du. Anuja Dua. Huan Chen Duan. Yuzi Duan Mu. Ajin Dun. Esther Jeanette Robbins Eisen. Noor El Irani. Hilda Irene Escobar Hidalgo Cupeta. Sarah Fami. Long Ching Fong. Jai Yung Fan. Yinan Fan. Fei Jing Fang. Jingling Fan. Halima Fazli. Gerald Thomas Feeney. Jiwan Feng. Asia Ferrara. Donna Ann Fradley. Leslie Gallagher. Montserrat Gallardo Roldan. Maria Guadalupe Gallegos Cardona. Shweta Ganguly. Trisha Gangwar. Yingxin Gao. Amal Fuad Garib. Simran Gaba. Noah Isaac Gelb van Egmond. Ai Nuo Gong. Ixia Gong. Camila Geo de Oliveira. Juyan Gong. Alex Gravel. Samara Jessica Alexis Gravesand. Brooke Gregoire. Chi Gu. Tarsiga Gunasergaran. Mingyu Go. Xing Guo. Dongyang Han. Feng Han. Yongqi Han. Yu Han. Taisha Rhea Harris. Jiare He. Muting He. Wen Tong He. Pham Tra Gyang Ho. Cheng Yen Hoi. Olivia Nicole Honest. Xiao Ming Hong. Linda Hao Ho. Han Rui Huang. Jing Huang. Jung Hong Huang. Aya Hudai Bereganova. Zainab Hussein. Nada Ameldien Mohammed Mahmoud Hussein. Jessica Ng. Syed Ali Raza Jaffrey. Fatima Jahim. Farzane Vine Jalali. Irfa Jamani. Cassandra James. Xingyu Ji. Jung He Jie, Jia Yue Jiang, Jingtong Zhang, Yuhan Zhang, Yujie Zhang, Li Jin, Yuichi Jin, Yueshi Jin, how do you say that? Sarah Siobhan Park Jones. Emily Ann Kitila. Katie Kalmar. Rajini Kaushal. Sarah Kaviani. Naima Kazmi. Melissa M. Kang. Isabel Kindick Kuder. Ha-jung Kim. Pamela R. King. Rebecca Kinos Varro. Andrea Marie Knight. Barbara Comendera. Sydney Krianing. Martha Kravonis. Chia Ju Kwan. Thays Kuganasian. Asvita Kualpalan. Natasha Lan. Sun Kim Lau. Rowena Yu K. Young. Hao Lee. Jialin Lee. Jiatong Lee. Jia-Ying Lee. Lo-Chun Lee. Meng-Chu Lee. Xin-Wo Lee. Wing C. Aaron Lee. Xing Li. Shu Li. Yangjian Li. Juxing Li. Zhaoran Li. Brianna Alangi Liaki. Rachel June Lean Lim. Bolong Lin. Fong Yu Lin. Hong Lin. Jiao Ji Lin. Junji Lin. Meng Hong Lin. Si Sing Lin. Yi Xuan Lin. Si King Lin. Miguel Litonjua. Hongling Liu. Lu Liu. Mingyang Liu. Qingchang Liu. Tianqi Liu. Tianyu Liu. Ji Liu. Jijiang Liu. Yi Liu. Yu Je Liu. Ji Liu. Chu Chun Vincent Lo. Lok Yi Emily Lo. Lori Elizabeth Lockington Wong. Shi Lu. Hengji Lu. Jing Lu. Zhangsheng Lu. Melba Louis. Ling Luo. Zheju Liu. Rui Luo Ma. Jessica Grace MacDonald. Jessica Pimentel Machado. Amy Lynn McNeil. Jenna Michelle Mengao. Ghazal Faisal Malik. Mei Rong Mao. Toby L. Mark. Holly Marsh. Kanika Margarita Martinez Dean. Janelle MacDonald. Madeline Marie McElvride. Michaela Marie McLaughlin. Dlini Chaturika Miwadana. Lavarnan Mehararnan. Nur May. Richard Mendonça Feliciano. Ange Meng. Deanne Michaud. David Samuel Miller. Fatima Salim Minhas. Antonio Mongilo. Diem Moriswala. Martina Ivona Mrazovac. Tuaha Mubarak. Felisa Mueller. Fahima Nakuda. Savina Hemwanti Nanku. Caitlin Emily Veronica Ng. Sylvia Nguyen. Danting Ni. Tse Ning. Sadaf Noreen. Aramide Alake Oba. Nur Obej. Emike Uzeze Ogbaide. Alexandria K. Osterhoff. Diana Estefania Ortiz. Ansha Shirine Paliyali. Benjamin Palmer. Jungyu Pan. Rochelle Grace Pangindian. Emma Paulus. Yixuan Bunny Peng. Anne Chiara Pereira. Ashley Nicole Pereira Mendoza. Denise Sonia Pilgrim Edwards. Matthew Elliott Ross Plaskett. Darlene Palma Janis. Wendy Heather Pope. Mitchell Prost. Musfira Harris Kazi. Jingxi Qi. Haixing Qian. Ginger Chen. Ming Rui Chow. Jiyun Qing. Likai Cho. Lu Yao Chu. Isabella Diana Quattrovucci. Thank you. Jordan Mei Fang Race. Ran. Zhao Zhang Ran. Eliana Mariam Razak. Jiaji Ren. Yuxing Ren. Reverend Bante Rewatha. Isabella Rivera Jordan. Alessandra Roman Gallardo. Rachel Anna Lee Royakers. Samantha Ross. Hiende Faith Ruth. Vienna Nerissa Ruddy. Alexandra Saz-Parvar. Nicole Sacco. Kwesi Seki. Jasmine Fuad Sadiq. Maya Segu. Sadia Salman. Molly June Samuel. Desraj Singh Sander. Anshika Saxena. Adriana Marie Schmeichel. Danielle Allison Seal Corbin. Adi Salvadorai. Eugene Senkyu. Sarah Shahab. Umran M. Shiraz. Meng Shu. Nicole Silva. Jingquen Sima. Christopher William Stuckless Simpson. Shivani Sivakumaran. Amna Sohail. Ambika Sosale. Melissa Sparks. Nina Solkin. Hang Sun. Dino Sun. Hannah Suika. Arhama Syed. Kristen Tabihi. Paria Tabrizi. Brian Tan. Jiahui Tan. Cheng Tan. Jasmine Dawn Tandon. Bushrang Tang. Xiachi Tang. Ashley Nicole Taylor. Christopher Robert Taylor. Olivia Ashley Marie Ten. Vivienne Patricia Tang. Dimitri Thompson. Fang Yu Tian. Ji Ye Xia. Avalon Tucci. Benoit Urvari. Hossein Fadadi. Hannah Martina Vincent. Mia Vukorovich. Bingxie Wang. Fangshu Wang. Hanling Wang. Ginger Huang. Jingji Wang. Lu Huang. Mohan Wang. Nan Wang. Jingyu Wang. Jingwen Wang. Tianyu Wang. Wei Wang. Xiaoxi Wang. Xiao Yutong Wang. Eve Wang. Yiheng Wang. Jitong Wang. Yishuan Wang. Zitao Wang. Claire Teresa Lorraine Wheeler. Karen Monique Wilkins. Thomas Joseph Foy Willman. Jenna Page Wilson. Janine Melanie Wong. Guangxi Wu. Jiaqi Wu. Jingyi Wu. Luo Heng Wu. Xingjie Wu. Zoe Wu. Yi Nan Wu. Zixing Wu. Yilong Xie. Maple Sheng. Jiayi Xiao. Jingyi Xiao. Shuyue Xiao. Yuxing Xiao. Shujie Xie. Yongqi Xie. Siju Xing. Gao Ming Shu. Suzha Shu. Tianqiu Shu. Yue Shu. Zongjun Shu. Zichen Shu. Jiaoru Yanagawa. Haowen Yang. Jun Yang. Siyu Yang. Yizi Yang. Yuan Yao. Leah Yared. Longxi Jin. Siva Tharsini Yoganathan. Oh gosh. Brittany Chu Ha Young. Hai Hui Yu. Han Yu. Jingfei Yu. Drui Tao Yu. Si Jing Yu. Ramona Corrine Zacharias. Lily Samara Zepp. Sihan Chan. Fangxin Zhang. Hangrui Zhang. Jiaji Zhang. Jing Zhang, Meng Yuan Zhang, Jianyu Zhang, Xiaoyuan Zhang, Xiyu Zhang, Dianqi Zhang, Dianyu Zhang, Xiaojie Zhang, Xinwen Zhang, Jingyang Zhang, Yihan Zhang, Yujiao Joanna Zhang, Jixiao Zhang, Lingfeng Zhao, Lingyu Zhao, Lingshuan Zhao, Tianyi Zhao, Ya Zhao, Ziting Zhao, Jingjian Zhen, Xiao Xia Zheng, Miaole Xie, Xi Yi Zhang, Bi Ying Zhou. Sorry. Well, Yang Zhou. Hongyu Zhou. Zhengzhu Zhou. Jishu Zhou. Ruiyu Zhou. Xiya Zhou. Na Zhu. Wengshuan Zhu. Jiru Shu. Yungshuan Shu. Xingpeng Song. Zhongjuan Zhuo.
On behalf of the University of Toronto, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I here admit all of those candidates not here present to their degrees in absentia.
As we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank all of you for your participation and patience. To the families and friends, and to those in the procession, let me say thank you. You have made this a more memorable event for each member of the graduating class. I would like to especially thank Chancellor Wes Hall for presiding over today's ceremony. I wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in this convocation, whose names you will find in the program. I now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring this convocation ceremony to a close on this, your special day, I hope we'll see you often in the years to come, and I invite you to stay connected. We will be very interested in your journey, and we know that you'll make an impact for the better in whatever path you choose. Concilium dimissum est.